Today, on Be Something Wonderful, the shocking truth of 3D reality. Buckle up. I am your host, Tom Kieran, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. I heard from a client that I hadn't heard on for a few weeks now, and she said, Tom, I contacted you about a month and a half ago about a situation at work that I was passed over for a project that I thought I was perfect on. And at the time, I was really upset about it. I was reacting to it. And you said reacting is creating. And we talked about the movie analogy, and you even came up with, said to put in a new film role, or in other words, you even said that you could think of it as a sequel to your reality, a sequel to what's happening. So that's what I did. I imagined my boss sticking her head in my office and saying, you know what, you're perfect for it. We're going to put you in instead. And so that's what I imagined. And nothing really happened for a week or two. But I felt better. I just felt better about everything. I wasn't sulking anymore. I was just feeling really good. And then just days after that, my boss called me to the office. And it wasn't about that project, but it was a new one. And she goes, you're really right for this project. So she didn't use the word perfect, but she goes, you're really right for this project. And I just couldn't believe it. I mean, this idea of changing the movie really is powerful. So guys, we're going to talk about this today and more. Here's what I want to say. Your inner state is so powerful that it can create things in the 3D world out there that you believe has more power and that is more powerful than you. That's how powerful you are. You believe the 3D world, just like my client did. She believed those facts are more powerful than her. Her facts that she didn't get that project, that project wasn't with her. She didn't get that one, but she got one that was, quote, right for her or perfect for her, right? When you give the outer world more importance than your inner world, you're implying that your creations and conceptions are greater than the creator and the conceiver. Do you hear this? You are greater than your desires. You are greater than your conceptions. You are greater than your creations, right? The Bible said it, right? Jesus said it, I and my Father are one, but the Father is greater than I. You're one with all of it, but you're greater than all of it. So don't give power over that. Put in a new film role. The movie analogy is perfect. I pointed to this, and I think maybe a couple months ago I did a video on this, and maybe even a few. But remember, this is a perfect analogy. You have the movie projector, you have the screen, so the movie projector, the light is your consciousness. The screen is your 3D reality. That's the outer screen, right? That's the 3D screen of time and space. That's your projector. That's your inner world, right? And that's your film roll. That's your lifeline. That's the reality that you're choosing with your thoughts, feelings, and assumptions, right? And that light is your stream of consciousness. I really want you to know this, that 3D reality, your life, that image on the screen itself, time, the light, the projector, the film roll, all of it is you. You are all of it. You are all of this. All of this is within you, right? And it's all streaming through your consciousness. All of it is your inner world. All of that is your inner world, right? And so that film roll, that reality, when you put in a new film roll, you have a new reality. In other words, when you think, feel, and assume differently, when you imagine your wish fulfilled, when you imagine what you want, you're putting in a new film world, new reality. Just like a movie is not separate, independent of the light being reflected on the screen, the 3D people, events, and conditions are not separate from your stream of consciousness that creates them. You were never separate from any of that. And when you were reacting, you were creating it because you had the belief, even before your boss told you that you might not get that job. You thought you were perfect for it, but you were worried about it. Right? You were concerned about it. You were creating a reality. And then when she then confirmed your reality, then you reacted, right? You created it in that moment, right? The 3D people, events, and conditions are not separate from your stream of consciousness that creates reality. And are not separate from the screen of time and space onto which they are projected. None of that is separate. All of that is coming from within you. That's why it's so powerful when you don't react and you go within, because it's coming from you anyway. And you decide to write the sequel or put in a new film role or imagine something differently, assume and think, feel differently. That's powerful. So let's hit this a little bit more. You react to, resist, try to change and manipulate 3D reality, or you enjoy it and relish it. A movie of your life that you wrote, produced, directed, starred in, and projected on the 3D screen of time and space. That's what your life is. It's like a movie. You either react to it, or you love it, you resist it, or you relish it, you manipulate it. But either way, you're the writer, you're the producer, you're the director, you star in it, and you projected it on the screen, the screen, the 3D screen of time and space. So even as you're reacting to it, it's a movie that's already been filmed, it's already been shot, it's a script that's already been written. And now you're reacting to what you created. You're reacting to your own stream of consciousness that you starred in. The movie you starred in, you're being the critic, right? So it makes no sense to react or wait or try to change it. The film has already been shot. What can you do? Put in a new film role. Instead, choose a new film role, an alternative reality, a version of yourself within your mind's eye. Just like my client did, right? Did not resist that script. That film has been shot. Put in a new film role, wrote a sequel, a much better sequel to the movie, right? Or even rewrote the movie, right? So you're not changing anything. That's all been written. And the only moment is now. It's in creation. Remember, there's only the now moment. Everything is in the past. As soon as that frame passes, it's in the past, right? By imagining, assuming, claiming how you would like things to be in your new identity as though they are, because that is so. You imagine it as you would like it to be, as though they are, because they are when you imagine it. Because it's coming from, it must be, when you project it, it must be. As you think about it, as you assume it, it must be real. Right? You're projecting it in that moment, and it will show up on the screen of time and space. Right? So it's like you are projecting and watching the same movies over and over again, hoping for a different outcome this time. When you get stuck in 3D reality, when you think you can't change things, when you think 3D reality is outside of you, right, and that it's dense and it's solid, that is like projecting and watching the same movies over and over again, hoping for a different outcome. Here's the key. Wake up in your movie without disturbing the current script. Go within and change the film role. That's what my client did. She woke up. She was happy, right? She went in and changed the film role without disturbing the current script, right? Without messing with anything. You are projecting, watching, choosing the new film role all at the same time. As you change the new film role, you're projecting it, you're watching it, you're streaming the light, right? You're creating the screen of time and space, all of that at the same time. How do you do it? As imagining your wish already fulfilled. Creating the scene in your mind's eye, assuming it, walking in that conviction. The 3D screen of time and space only reflects what you project. It can't reflect anything else but what you project. You are the light, the projector, the screen, the time, the space, the film roll. You're all of it, right? All of it. Also, you're the watcher and the observer of your own movie. That's powerful. So, what happens? You get lost and immersed either in the inner screen of past events or regrets or thoughts of doubt, limitation, and fear, or the outer screen of people, events, and conditions that appear outside of you. Do you see this? The inner screen would be this. The inner screen, but not the inner screen of what you're imagining what you would want, imagining what you don't want and resisting that, imagining fear, imagining limitations, or the outer screen of the shadows that are projected from your consciousness, 3D reality, that are just being projected from you. That's where your mind is. Instead, be the awareness within, right? All of this is within you. So go to the center of all of this, right? So wake up in the movie, consciously direct your attention by focusing your attention, energy, and awareness on what you want and how you would like things to be, knowing they will be in the moment you move there. Do you see this? The key is to wake up in the movie. Don't disturb the other characters. Don't disturb the script. Consciously direct your intention by focusing your attention, your energy, source energy, and your awareness on what you want. That's what it's all about. It's not merely thinking of it. It's setting that intention by focusing your attention, your energy, and your awareness on what you want and how you would like things to be, knowing they will be in the moment that you move there. In the moment you move, waking up, I see myself and I see reality. Pulls your attention from the inner and outer screens, right? The inner screen of doubt, limitations, thoughts of limitations in the past, or the outer screen, looking at people, events, and conditions in the outside world, believing those are real and unchangeable, right? And then moving it to the now moment, or the awareness, pulling your attention, your energy, your awareness on what you want. You choose a new film role in a new reality and a new version of yourself. Very powerful. So physical 3D reality really is like a movie. Creates the illusion of things being solid and things being continuous, right? When in fact your life is a collection of previous now moments that you create a story around. They're like movie frames that you collect. And you write a story about that. And you get stuck in those past frames, or even the current frame, which is also the past. Right? You get stuck there. You are experiencing the same moment of now from infinite viewpoints, which creates the illusion of time. That's what's really going on. You're in the now moment, looking at reality from different viewpoints. As your inner world changes, as your inner world of thoughts, feelings, and assumption changes, it creates the illusion of time. It creates the illusion of 3D reality. Your life experience is determined by your viewpoint, your concept and identity of yourself and your relationship to the world. That's everything is your experience, is just a perceptual experience based on your concept, your identity, what you think of yourself. In other words, the movie that you're choosing, the film role of reality that you're choosing to star in. Who are you? Who's the star? When you take the viewpoint of your higher self and source, then truly all things are possible. When you take the viewpoint that you are the projector, that you are the consciousness, that you are the screen, the time, the space, you take that higher view that it's all created from within you. Now you have creative control over your reality. That is the shocking truth of 3D reality. Buckle up. I am your host, Tom Caron. And this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, like and share our videos. That's how we get our message out. You can hit us up on Facebook at Be Something Wonderful. You can join our Facebook group, the Be Something Wonderful Ambassadors, or you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Caron. Also, guys, you can visit our website at tomcaron.com or besomethingwonderful.com. With great love, with great light, infinite gratitude, this is Tom. See you soon.